Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there. Thanks to Territory Foods for supporting Earn Your Happy. Territory is a chef-driven marketplace of sustainably sourced, nutritionally dense, ready-to-eat meals. To save $75 across your first 3 orders and get free shipping, go to territoryfoods.com and use the promo code LORI75.
If something's not going right, there is definitely something that you can personally change in order to shift that. And sometimes that looks like a boundary. Sometimes that looks like less time with people. Sometimes that means shifting a network or shifting the amount of time you spend even with a family member if they're not in line with what you are believing.
Welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of Lite Pink, best-selling author, 3-time fitness world champion, and I'm a crazy, multi-passionate entrepreneur. My journey has taken me everywhere, from being a broke waitress, barista, retail associate, and personal trainer with massive anxiety and no belief in myself, to later becoming a multi-millionaire in love with my life. In 2007, my husband and I lost everything. We found ourselves hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt at rock bottom. We had no ideas and I had no education to fall back on. This is when I found personal development and learned everything I could about business. Not by choice, but because I realized no one was coming to save me. The conversations on this podcast are going to let you know that you're not alone and that we all feel like we don't know what we're doing. We're going to give you the tools to help you face your fears, take action, start your business, and grow those massive dreams that are keeping you up at night. It's time to create a life that you can't hide from and put so much on the line that your higher self is forced first to come out. You're going to stop waiting for someone to approve of you, and you're going to anoint yourself. Because I'm obsessed about building businesses that give women a platform, I want to feature you. So if you text the word podcast to 310-496-8363, you can get your questions answered on our Q&A segment along with a shout out. And if you rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast, we're choosing someone every month to get coached and featured on our show. It just might be you. So let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. It's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit an inspiration. And you guys, we are butting right up against the holidays. I'm so excited. Some of you have already celebrated. Some of you are just starting to celebrate. And if you are looking for the perfect outfit for yourself, if you're running behind like I am, if you are looking for those last minute gifts for somebody who's kind of tough to shop for, I'm telling you, go to the @DrinkLitePink page. That is @DrinkLitePink, and go download the holiday guide that is in the link on the bio, because there is so many good products in there and so many things that are just going to change your life. My favorite brow gel is in there. I'm talking if you want the most perfect microbladed looking brows without even having to go get your brows microbladed or re-microbladed, there is a product in there from Melt by Melissa with a discount code. It's what I use every single day. People ask me about my brows all the time. I'm obsessed with it. You guys can only get the discount code through this gift guide. So go download that right now. Share it with a friend for me, because I'm telling you, there are so many good things in there. And we took 3 months to come up with these gifts for you guys. So today on the podcast, I want to talk to you about core values, meaning I know that you have so many things that you live by. I have so many things that I live by. But have you actually taken time to write them down for your life, like a manifesto for your life? Or have you actually taken the time for your business? Now, there's a couple different reasons why this is going to help you. Is because when problems arise in your life and in your relationships or in your business, it's easy to be able to reflect back and say, where did this go wrong? Where was the breakdown? And especially in your business, if you have somebody or something that's like not necessarily aligned with it, you can say, these are the core values. This is where we're at. How can we get back to this place? It's a beautiful way not only to guide in your business, but in your relationships. Chris and I use it all the time. Like, hey, we agreed to saying that we were going to get bigger than any problem. And that's one of our core values, is to get bigger than any problem, meaning not to shrink back, not to do less than, not to get smaller, not to make our life smaller or ourselves smaller, but to say, hey, how can we get bigger than this? Like, where do we need to grow? Where do we need to grow around this? How do we need to overcome this and really find the strength to dig deep to create the thing that actually gets bigger than this problem? And when one of us is not aligned with that, we gently nudge each other along and remind each other, hey, remember when we agreed to this in our marriage, that instead of saying, I give up, or I can't do this, or I don't know what to do, those are not solutions. The solution is always to ask the question first. Okay, what would it look like if we had to get bigger than this problem? What would be the creative ideas to get around this? And I just want to share some of the core values that I've actually made with my team at Lite Pink and created together. And maybe you can pull some of these not only for your business, but for your life as well. And these are in no particular order right now, because we are still piecing these together into a beautiful document and PowerPoint in order for us to be able to reflect back on these. Does anyone else consider meal prepping, grocery shopping, and cooking a full-time job? You guys, normally I am way too exhausted by the end of my workday. I have no energy left unless, of course, it's to uncork a bottle of wine or crack open a can of Lite Pink. That's why I trust Territory Foods. It doesn't only satisfy our needs for convenience, but also our health as well. Territory is a chef-driven marketplace of meals that are sustainably sourced, nutritionally dense, and ready to eat in, wait for it, just 90 seconds. They only use healthy fats, clean proteins, and lots of sustainably harvested seasonal produce. The entire menu is free of gluten, inflammatory oils, dairy, and refined sugar. We always go for their keto-friendly meals because we love our meats and veggies. It must be the Midwest in our blood, but they have so many other meals that appeal to the Mediterranean diet, which I also love. Paleo, vegan, and Whole30 preferences as well. They're delivered twice a week to ensure that they're always fresh, and you can order as many as 12 meals for each delivery day. Their risk-free subscription makes it easy to pause or cancel your meals at any time. To save $75 across your first 3 orders, plus free shipping, go to territoryfoods.com and use the promo code Lori75. That's $75 that you can save across your first 3 orders, along with free shipping. Go to territoryfoods.com with promo code Lori75. Now let's get back to the episode. So, number 1, we have celebrate the wins, learn from the failures. Number 2, unconditional gratitude, because we believe that when you are in a place of gratitude, you cannot be upset or sad. Number 3, done is better than perfect. That's really going to move your life along and your business along. And it gives everyone creative freedom in order to keep moving things along in a timely manner. Number 4, expand your network. It holds all of your answers. Number 5, always lead with how we want our community to feel. They should always leave feeling better, hold everyone and everything to their highest potential, and the little things are truly the big things within the community. Number 6, act enthusiastically. All tasks are equal. That falls under acting enthusiastically. 7, when she wins, we win. 8, all support the same goal. The best decision is what is best for the company. 9, only state the problem with a solution. 10, radical candor in radical timing. Caring, confident, courageous, and clear. Vulnerable and curious conversations. Number 11, play the movie all the way to the end and play out the most winning scenario. Go with that scenario. So these are 11 that we have started with. I have a feeling these are going to move into 20. I have a feeling that maybe after we do 20, we'll tighten them up and they'll become really, really clear as we work through all of the different things that come up in a business and come up with just working with people and being in relationship. I don't know about you, but I do know for me that relationships are our biggest teachers. My family, my friends, my business. It is the fast track to massive soul awakening and refining. So you guys, I hope that you enjoyed these core values and maybe grabbed something from some of ours. And if you're not clear on what those are, have a strategy day. Have a day where maybe you even sit down with your partner. It's the end of the year. I think this is a great time to say, what do we want for ourselves? And if you don't have a partner, maybe you sit down with a friend or you just sit down by yourself, light a candle, listen to some great music and say, what do I want from my life? What do I want for my business? What standard do I want to hold myself to show up in? Chris and I recently at a couples mastermind that we run, made every couple have a manifesto for their life and family and marriage. And it was one of the coolest things to create with them and one of the coolest things to read. We wrote them at the beginning of 2020, and we just had our last meeting together or our last meetup together with these couples. We had 3 different trips, and we surprised them with these manifestos that they wrote at the beginning of the year in picture frames. And it was such a beautiful thing to go back to and also for them to remember. It was just a beautiful moment of like, wow, I love these words that we wrote. I love that we stuck to them. And I love that I'm going to put these on my wall somewhere where the whole family can read them. So we say, this is who we are. This is how we act when times are tough. This is how we support each other. And it's just a remembrance of if we show up this way, we know that our life is going to be on the track that we want, right? And that it's always our responsibility. There's always our responsibility in every single breakdown in the relationship. And it's just something to remember that if something's not going right, there is definitely something that you can personally change in order to shift that. And sometimes, that looks like a boundary. Sometimes that looks like less time with people. Sometimes that means shifting a network or shifting the amount of time you spend even with a family member if they're not in line with what you are believing. So I'm sending you guys so much love. I know for some people, the holidays are a bit of a challenge. And I just want you to remember that do what you need to do in order to take care of your soul, in order to take care of your family during this time, even if that means big changes, even if that means maybe not showing up as much to certain family things, but just really, really sit and think about what it looks like to create the memories that you want and taking charge of what that would look like. And the first few years of that are not always easy, but I want to remind you that if you stick to these core values, if you stick to your mission and what you want your life to look like, eventually your reality will match your desires in time if you keep on pushing up against those challenges. So I love you guys. I just want you to know I'm sending you the most massive hug, and I'm just so grateful for you as this year wraps up. I will see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. And I want to make sure that you have my phone number, and I'm not kidding. Did you know that I have a community text number? For real. My phone number is 310-496-8363. This goes directly to my phone. All you have to do is text the word daily to 310-496-8363. And I literally text you every single day, Monday through Friday. I actually just got done 30 seconds ago texting a bunch of people back. And I talk to you all of the time. You guys, people always ask me how I got my community text number and how it works. Well, all you have to do is you can just go to community.com and get your own. Community makes it easy to get a phone number that you can use to build your audience using text. People just text you at your number and they're added to your group. Then you can text them out audios, video links, anything you want. You guys, I text out happy birthday videos. I love to send podcast links, thoughts about life, book recommendations, different events that I'm doing in the local area. Texting gets me out of the noise of social media and directly into your hand. And now you can start texting your people too. Just go to community.com to get your phone number. They give you a 10-digit real phone number, not those weird short codes that look like spam, but it's more than a phone number. Your new number comes with an inbox for SMS and texting. This means you can actually manage your text list from your computer and an app on your phone. You can schedule text to send at certain times and to certain groups. You can even set up auto replies or let your assistant or customer service team answer your text messages via Community's awesome dashboard. Just go to community.com and ask for a free demo. They'll show you how it works and get you your number. It's time to start texting your audience versus just posting on social media. Everyone uses Community for that. So go check them out at community.com. I can tell you it's not just great for communicating with my audience, but Chris and I use Community and our texts to also sell out our launches. I'm telling you, you get such an incredible response because you really are creating a true deep sense of community, and it's so intimate. It's freaking amazing. Go check it out at community.com.
Hey y'all, I'm so excited to share with you, Earn Your Happy is now part of Growth Day Podcast Network. A bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and support shows and brands that we truly believe in. And one of my friends is also on the network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to his show. You guys, Trent Shelton has the most incredible podcast. It's called Straight Up with Trent Shelton, and it's going to remind you that you are built for this. I have heard Trent speak in person multiple times. I've listened to his podcast a ton. He's coming on the show, and I literally cannot wait because this man just spits straight fire. It is like truth that goes to your core and makes you take action right away. If you want one of those podcasts that when you're just out on a walk, you can't help but want to start running and run through a wall in your life, this is the show to go listen to. So you guys make sure that you go subscribe to the show, Straight Up with Trent Shelton. You're going to love it. Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently. And most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori.